Starting from having just created the background, which I moved my little menu down here to the bottom right. Notice that I created the rectangle on the screen layer, so I'll just click on the little bullseye, which selects everything in the layer. The only thing in that layer is the brown rectangle, and just drag that square to the background layer. Step 2 says grab the pen tool and using the color code hashtag A5, etc. draw the back section of the canyon by using this shape as a reference. So we're going to go around here and we'll just go ahead and click to start the line. Let me go ahead and switch to my selection tool by pressing V, pressing Ctrl 2 to lock the background layer, press P for the pen tool. Select my color for now. I'll just choose black and start drawing this shape. Let's go to view and make sure smart guides are checked, which they are. For some reason it's I think because we have snap to grid on, it's not showing me the smart guide from this side to this side, but it's uneven anyway, so we'll just go ahead and start drawing something similar to what we see in the picture over here to our left. So something like that. And now let's get this color code and just copy that, Command C or Control C, paste in our color box, and there we go. We have our shape. We don't need the strokes, so let's get rid of that. Alright, so that was step 2 of the background. Take a couple moments to gradually draw the details. Okay, so we're going to get our pen tool again. We're going to choose 2 points as our stroke up here in our control panel. We'll switch, we'll leave it as black as our stroke, because remember the pen tool is stroke based. And we'll group them after we do this step. So basically we're just making a bunch of lines. Just gonna go ahead and zoom in real quick to our picture over here and just take another look at this photo. To see if the lines extend. Okay, so they kind of extend. What they did in the next step is just make a clipping mask. So we'll go ahead and start drawing these lines, which is kind of our details. To stop the line from continuing, we need to hold Control or Command and just draw the lines now. So anytime you want to stop the path from going on, just press Control or Command. We can also lock this shape, Control 2 to lock. Alright, so we have some details now, and we need to select all of the lines that we just made. Make sure that the stroke is set to 2. And we can highlight this color code and change the stroke color to that color code. And there we go. Now the instructions say to make a clipping mask, so go ahead and zoom out, Control minus. To make a clipping mask, we need to have a copy of this shape right here. So I'll just go ahead and Command C or Control C, Control F. Open my sublayers, and I see here that I have my copy, but I'm going to unlock those real quick since I forgot to group these lines. So I'll just highlight and press Control or Command G. Now that it's grouped, I can push one of these copies above the group and highlight everything now, which will only highlight the group of lines and one of the background shapes since I have these two locked, and I can press Control 7. Or I can right click and make clipping mask. And so now all our edges have been clipped. So that was step 3. In step 4, it wants us to, yeah, that was step 4 also. Just make a clipping mask of the lines. So step 5 wants us to draw the front shape. So I'm going to go ahead and lock everything and start drawing with my pen tool the front part of this shape right here. Alright, so just go over here, Control C to copy that color code, switch this, double click, Control V to paste. And I made it a little longer on the bottom just to give myself some extra room here with the arrow key. And so this and this are higher, so I'm just going to use my direct selection tool to choose all of these anchor points. And just push the down arrow key on my keyboard, and I will select this one too. Just push it down and shrink that mountain part down. Same with this point right here, just move it down. And that's good enough for me. Take this shape and just bring the bottom half to match. Move it down a little bit more. And that's up to step 5. So go ahead and stop this video here, and we'll continue in the next video.